What is up, YouTube? It is HWFLOSS, the worst producer of all time, back with another video. In today's video, we're gonna cook up some loops and just remind you guys of some of the methods that you can use with these powerful tools that we have in 2022. But before we go any further, make sure you hit that like and subscribe button, hit the notification bell so you get any video I upload to the channel. We do reviews of VSTs. We show you what goes on or the sounds in VSTs. We give away sample packs, MIDI packs. We go live and critique your beats and just jam out, and we just have fun. All right, so join the worst family on YouTube, HWFLOSS, the worst producer of all time. All right, so there's no shortcuts around it. I use scalar all the time. I'm not a professional pianist. I need scalar, and I could do it without it. It just take longer, right? And why do it when we have so much technology in front of us? So some of the things I like to do is look for a dope chord progression. All right, we gotta find something right. All right, okay, so that sounded dope, and that's only the chord progression. All right, but one thing that scalar lacks or doesn't have enough of is that top melody, enough creation to get that top. Now you can do it, of course. You can go to perform, and you can go into one of these longer, and it'll do that. But for the producer myself, R&B, trap, soul, hip hop, you need that chord progression, then you need like a little melody. Now, and once again, that's just me being lazy, but I can go in and I can highlight the notes. But there's some more things you can do. So you have a dope chord progression, like, let me change that off because that ain't dope. Just basic. Let's turn off the perform. That's dope, right? So what you can now do, what I've shown in the past, is bringing it back to, bam, humanize it, and don't transpose it, just import it, right? So now we have it over here. Now it's still basic. And what you want to do is you want to also make sure you highlight it and stretch it out to 5 bars. You don't want it to be just stopping. Well, it'll go. But anyways, you want to highlight it and then use the browser MIDI. And the browser MIDI in Easy Keys is almost undefeated because it has a lot of different melodies, from blues to country pop to indie pop to hip hop, gospel, keys and strings, Latin, neo soul, etc., etc. So the next step would be, I want it to be kind of an R&B melody. It's in straight 4/4, and then look at this. It gives you a couple of songs for you to make it, interesting. So let's say same old 4. I want it to sound like a chorus from there. It'll give you a variation. Now let's see how that chord progression sounds. That's a little overboard, don't you think? So let's go down to what it was supposed to sound like, and much more complex than ever. And then the sound is kind of cheesy, so you got to find a better sound, and then that's where one of my favorite VSTs comes into play, Scorch. Now I'm gonna X that out because I don't want to look at all that. Y'all know what it looked like. But anyways, you come here and you find some sounds that you might like. Okay, so let's go a combination, South Texas heat. Then you can drag over. Oh, we gotta replace it, yeah. And you can drag that over until, and now you got something. That is loud. I forgot that you gotta mute this over here. So it's going crazy, right? But you get it. You can use scalar, where we started off at, to then manipulate it with easy keys. Now that one's a little bit over the top, so let's try to find a little easier melody. To see if we don't get it so it's not so over the top. Let's just use something kind of easier. Alright, so we can use that. Replace it. Remember to hit that replace button. And now we got something new. See, it's already coming together. You just got to take your time and use the right sounds. And then you gotta mute this. I gotta remember, you gotta mute that. And then I'm gonna use bricks. You can find it on HWFLOSS.beatstars.com. Ooh. And you get it. You can start making your beat in no time. But it's all about sound selection and using the tools, okay? Just getting creative. Now, I didn't need to go in and do that, but it just sounds good. So you start off with that. And that's just Scorch. And then you add that Electric X on there. And then you add the drums. Alright, it's your boy HWFLOSS, the worst producer of all time. I just really wanted to showcase the easy keys MIDI function, and just add in some of the things that I use every day, Scalar 2, and of course Scorch or Electric X. The sound selection changes depending on my mood, but for the most part, that's what I use in my setup for those asking. It's your boy HWFLOSS, the worst producer of all time. Let me know if you like the cook up in the comments below, and until next time, peace.